Hey guys, and welcome back to another Borkino game video. Today's video is dedicated to Gran Colo and some of the rewards, so let's get right into it. So the first thing you're going to do, go into your guild, if you have one hopefully, and then go into Gran Coliseum. Biggest thing that I want to do, and then go ahead and click rewards. You're going to notice all the rewards here, and notice the biggest thing that I want to check on is how many Gran Colo medals that you get. I am assuming that most of us are going to land around the 6,000, 8,000 rank, or at least 4,500 to 6,000 rank. So you get roughly 75 Gran Colo medals in order to, if you rank this high. And I think everyone will rank around here if you're an active player, mainly because I feel like this is where this is how many players we have, because 30 times 6,000, etc, etc. So if you go into menu and you go into medal exchange, we're going to look at the rewards that we get for Gran Colo, specifically in this one, in this specific time frame. So notice that Alice Half Nightmare is 50 Gran Colo medals, and the weapons are respectively 85, right? So if you land around the 6,000 and up bracket, you're only going to be able to get Alice Half Nightmare. Now, the biggest thing that I want us to take note of is, here I am, this is the SINoALICE Database, and specifically for the Grand Medal Exchange, and of course this is JP, right? The thing that I want us to note is that, note, each evolution material costs 100 infinity Grand Medals, or 150 Grand Medals. And the reason why that's so important is because you will be only getting roughly 75 Grand Medals if you rank 6,000 and up. What I'm trying to tell you is, do not buy Alice Half Nightmare if you are a support. For example, the book by itself, right? The Eye of Slumber, this is the Sork book that's going to be released later. It is 85 coins by itself. 85 Gran Colo medals, coins, whatever you want to call them. So 85 plus 150 is a big number, you know what I mean? 85 plus 150 is a pretty large number. So I highly suggest for everyone to save those if you can, because it's just not a good idea to, I know classes last forever and you want a cool Half Nightmare class, but honestly plus 500 defense is nothing compared to an infinity weapon, right? An infinity weapon never ever gets power crept because there's evolution materials that are constantly being pumped out for this weapon, and it's constantly getting stronger. For example, let's break down the Eye of Slumber. At max enhance in JP right now, it automatically targets 2 people and massively reduces physical defense and magical defense, and it has support boon too. That's absolutely insane. It has 6,030 stats, and its physical attack and magical attack are absolutely high. So is the magical defense and physical defense. So this weapon will grow forever. And that's why the highlight of Gran Colo is essentially the weapon and not really the Half Nightmares. The Half Nightmares are just icing on the cake. They don't do too much. Anyways, now that we've gone over the Colo rewards, let's go in more detail about Gran Colo itself. So if you click menu, you go into notice, and what you're going to do is you're going to scroll all the way down to Gran Coliseum. And we need to talk about this because this is probably the most important part. Just note here that Grand Medals can be exchanged for special evolution materials at the Medal Exchange during the next Gran Coliseum and onwards. We don't know when the next Gran Coliseum is going to occur. Just note that this is going to be occurring. Alright, there's going to be the different leagues that we were seeing, but let's talk about how calculating guild results pretty much occur. So the biggest thing is that members' individual performance while taking into account addition or loss of members when the guild was created, right? And the other things that I want to take note is that pretty much there's going to be demon adjustments. During the preliminaries, demons that can be summoned during battle will be adjusted to improve fairness. All demons at the Coliseum will be subject to adjustment during preliminaries regardless if your guild has entered Gran Coliseum. Unlike regular Coliseum, the requirements for summoning demon will be the same regardless of rank. So that means that we will have, whichever number, because I believe in Coliseum, the number that you need to earn is either sometimes 30, 50, 75. So I'm not sure what number that is to summon the demon. If someone knows, feel free to comment down below. But that's just what I wanted to point out. During this event, it is possible to leave or be expelled from a guild. Please, now is the time to stay in a guild. Do not get expelled. Just stay in a guild right now because it's pretty much free rewards, alright? Don't try to hop ship into a stronger guild. Don't try to be guild switching right now. Stay in your guild. Stay loyal for Gran Colo, alright? There's such things in JP where people will pretty much be mercenaries for Gran Colo only. Like, they'll hop into a competitive guild just so that they can pretty much get the rewards and then hop back into their casual guild. And the casual guilds are okay with that, alright? That's just something to take note of. But please, like, we don't have that system established yet. And just note that this is like the weird stuff that Gran Colo does to like SINoALICE players. During this period, guild rank will neither increase nor decrease for guilds participating in the event. During this period, players who join a guild enter into the Grand Coliseum will not receive rewards unless they joined before rewards are issued, alright? That means that you have to be in a guild pretty much, and don't leave when rewards are going to be handed out the next day. If you get kicked before the rewards are handed out, that feels really bad because that's a heavy shaft. That's all I'm trying to say. Players that join a guild competing in the finals on the day of the finals cannot participate in the finals and thus will receive no final rewards. So don't try to hop into Eden at the last moment expecting you're going to get final rewards, alright? Don't do that. I don't know if Eden will even let you do that, or Orbs Go Burr, you know, Emil Cult, Sleepies. I see all you guilds, you know. If I missed anyone, I apologize. Flame, there's so many of y'all. Hopefully everyone has a fantastic time, yeah? Notice, pretty much foul play is detected. This event may end without prior notice. From next month onward, the Gran Coliseum is scheduled to be held monthly. Alright, cool. So we do have some confirmation that'll be held monthly. And, you know, to everyone who's like gonna try and hack, just don't, because you're gonna ruin it for everyone. But I foresee just someone's just gonna try and do it. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Actually, let's go back. So I saw more details in the actual like Gran Coliseum. Woo, into Gran Coliseum, how to play. Even if you're League 2 or 3 and you can raise your standing by performing well, and conversely, those in League 1 will poorly can fall from grace. Okay. Just note that there's also going to be titles that are going to be handed out. This is just pretty much for cosmetic purposes. There's even like time slots for, you know, titles. Just note that I don't think these titles do anything. They're just there to like pretty much flex on people. And let's look at the important part. Entering Gran Coliseum, preliminary matching. Note, from the second day or preliminaries onward, guilds with similar and total grand points will be matched together. So if you lose, you will fight in the losers bracket, and if you win, you start participating in the winners bracket, so on and so forth, right? Gran Coliseum ranking updates. Time slot rankings are used to determine, we know that part. Overall rankings are determined by grand points, which are earned by guilds across all time zones, which are used to determine what rewards you get. Calculating grand points in Gran Coliseum. Life force acquired plus win bonus equals grand points. Life force acquired includes life force gained and lost during skirmish time. So pretty much the total life force that you get at the end of the fight will be part of your point values, and then essentially you get a big bonus if you win. So below are the bonuses for each league win bonus. We're all going to be in League 3, no one's going up to League 2 or 1. I don't believe so, unless I misunderstand that. So if you win, you get 200,000 points. 200,000 points plus the amount of Inochi that you got for that fight. So assuming you got 400,000, you total out with 600, you know, grand points in Gran Coliseum, which will be fantastic for overall ranking. I said this before in my advanced Coliseum guide, so essentially life force will be the huge determination of whether you go into the finals or not. And the last thing that I wanted to cover is that, you know, awards will be given out the same time as rewards, and awarding at Gran Coliseum, win rewards, rank rewards, and final match rewards are awarded after the final rankings have been updated. Alright? That's pretty much all that I wanted to say. You know, good luck to everyone who's participating in Gran Colo. you don't have a guild and you don't expect to join a guild, just make a guild by yourself and just enter Gran Colo, honestly. Just be a solo guild. Just any way of participating in this event will pretty much help you, right? And just note, they've already talked about this like time difference on Twitter, so they are aware that this is JST time. But anyways, that's it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. I will see you in the next one.